Temurah Daf Yud Beis. Our Mishnah has many halachas that are going to take us throughout Shas, and eventually we're going to come back to our sugya of Temurah. The first halacha is Ein hameduma medameya ela lefi cheshbon. Meaning, for instance, if you have 23 saw depicted in boxes of chulin, and one saw of truma fell into that mixture, so now each box really is represented by 1/24 of truma. Then you take that one box, any one of those boxes, and you mix that in with 77 lug of chulin, because each saw is equal to 24 lug. So each box, so to speak, is 24 lug, which one of those lugim is truma. So now we have 1/24 of truma that fell into 77 additional parts of chulin, for a total of 100 parts chulin to 1 part of truma. That mixture is mutter. Not like R Eli that says that the entire first mixture, all 24 saw, have a halach of truma, and therefore, if you take one box out of there, one saw, and mix it into 77, the only way you can make the mixture chulin is if you have 100 boxes, 100 sa'im of chulin against that one saw of truma. The halacha is not like R Eli. Our Mishnah goes according to Chacham. Another halacha. Eina mechumetz mechametz. We're talking about sourdough. The halacha is when you have a piece of truma sourdough depicted in red, the way it makes other dough, truma, is only if it has the ability to make that other dough sour as it is itself. So let's say the red got mixed into the blue, which is chulin, so the chulin is all truma. Now, for instance, if he takes half of that mixture, half of the red and blue, and puts it in a third bowl, the third bowl won't become truma unless the red within that mixture has enough power within itself to make sourdough. But let's say it only has the power to make the third bowl sourdough together with the blue. That's not enough. It goes lefi cheshbon. And this doesn't go according to R Eli as well, who says zev v'zeh goyim asur. If you have the iser, the truma, the red, together with the blue, the mutter, zev v'zeh, together they are goyim, they cause an effect. It's asur according to R Eli and not according to our Mishnah. The halacha by a mikveh is you need 40 saw of rainwater. Once you have 40 saw of rainwater in your pit, then you can add as much drawn water as you want. But if you don't have the 40 saw, and you add even 3 lug of mayim shu'uvim of drawn water, it passes the mikvah. The halacha is, if the water, the drawn water, came through hamshacha, it was crawling on the floor, let's say, it's crawling on the ground. There's a halacha that even if all of the water was on the ground before it hit the pit, even all 40 saw, it's still kosher mikvah. And there's another shita that says you need a roiv to be mekshamim, you need 21 saw mekshamim, and the 19 can be poured on the ground, and as long as it went on the ground, b'hamshacha, it's kosher. If you have 3 lug that go into a mikvah before you have 40 saw, we said it's pasul. What happens if the 3 lug were introduced to the mikvah less than a lug at a time? Let's say 3/4 of a lug, another 3/4, until you get the 3 lug. There's a shita that says that's mutter, it doesn't answer the mikvah. Meichatos, we're going to jump now to paraduma, the mixture of the paraduma ashes with water. The halacha is that first you have to have the water in the kli, because it says mayim chaim el keli, then you pour the ashes in. How do we know that? Because the Torah uses a very interesting language. Instead of saying afer with the aleph, the Torah uses ayin, offer. So the Gemara says that's similar to a saita, because saita, we put the water into the kli first, and then we introduce the dirt from the Beis Hamikdash. So too, by paraduma. It says in the pasuk a contradiction. It says that first you put the afer, then the water. That means that you're supposed to mix it, and Rashi sticks in, you mix it with your finger. If you do it the opposite, first you put the afer, then the water, it's pasul, and not like Reb Shimon, who takes the contradiction of the psukim, he says you can do it either way you want. It's better lechatchila to put the water in first, but you don't have to. Other halachas in our Mishnah, there's a concept called beis pras. If you have a field that there's a grave in there, we don't know where the grave is, and they plow the field, so now the plow might have dispersed bones throughout the field. You have an etzem kisa'ira. What's the halacha regarding the fields that are adjacent to that field? So the halacha is, we go in the direction of the plow, the fields that are in the direction of the plow, 100 amma in each direction, we have to assume that perhaps the plow went overboard and carried a bone outside of the field, not like R Eli. R Eli is having a really bad day today. nothing is going his way. This also doesn't go like Rabbi Eliezer, who says that we have to be concerned with all 4 fields around the field, not just 2 fields in the direction of the plow. You cannot separate truma once you already separated truma. So if you separate truma on your fruit, you can't do it again. And if one partner, Reuven, separated truma, then Shimon came along and separated truma, they are both not truma according to Rebbe Kiva, because we see from the second partner that he wasn't happy with the first partner's truma, so he cancels out the first one, and the first one cancels out the second one. And again, not like Rebbe Eliezer, who says that if partners are Torah truma, both of their trumas are truma. According to Chacham, just if the first one didn't do the proper shear, although truma is even a mashu, but we say the middle mida baininess is 50, is 1 out of 50. In other words, 2%. If you didn't do it like that, then according to Chachamim, it's a good truma. And now, how do we know this? From it says in the pasuk, "Utruma soy his," and not the truma of. You can't do truma after truma. This is the halacha that the offspring of kachim cannot become temurah, not truma, temurah, because it says in the pasuk who, and not the offspring. And according to Rabbi Yehuda, offspring can become temurah because it says yiyah, it's a riboy. And according to Chachamim, the yiyah comes to tell us that if a person did temurah, b'shaygig, meaning he said he wants to do temurah on the white animal, but he pointed at a black, the black becomes temurah, whereas in kachim it doesn't work. Have a wonderful day.